Welcome back to Sonic Lost World. Now we're doing the desert world.
The most boring world in the game. Wonderful.
I know it's
Desert
I know it's called Desert Ruins, but I'm just calling it the Desert World because that's what it is. It's the Desert World from the Super Mario Brothers. I'm not even kidding. Of all the levels in this game, Desert Ruins is the one that looks the most like a new Super Mario Brothers desert level.
Does? I guess I do. Oh, actually, I think I get your point. Like when we're in the 2D sections.
Not just that, like the actual level assets, they look exactly like they were taken straight from New Super Mario Brothers U. Ugh.
I will say...
Can I
Not
say
quite
that
sure
the
I'll go
rabbit
that
that
far.
Eggman was holding up, like, it is my headcanon, but it kind of resembled a certain Pokemon when he was saying how disappointing it was.
All
So it's
right.
my headcanon that he was taking a stab at Nintendo.
I would like to mention. I would like to mention that I really love this track. This is one of my favorite tracks in the
Me
game.
too.
No, I like this soundtrack.
This might actually be my favorite 3D area, like the outsides of the desert ruins.
Nice.
Actually, might be my favorite platforming in the
Yeah,
entire game.
the soundtrack of Sonic Lost World is a good soundtrack. I don't like how it's not very Sonic-y, but the music itself is fine.
I think it
I
is
can't
Sonic-y.
memorize many tracks. I can memorize Dragon Dance, Dr. Eggman Showdown, Sea Bottom Segway, and
Oh, I'll be
can't
God
e-
forbidden if I've come across a Sonic fan who can't memorize Dr. Eggman Showdown.
I think you guys.
I-
I think you guys. I think you guys can at least agree with me that that Tomoyo Otani, the composer of this game, did a much better job in both Unleashed and Sonic Colors, right?
well, yeah, definitely.
I kind of view it as something of an equal job. That, granted, that's sort of because I guess with Unleashed and I guess more so with Unleashed, I sort of had more particular soundtracks I was into, like more a certain sound.
I like
bit
more
of
tracks in
soundtracks.
colours than in this, and I definitely like Unleashed soundtrack a lot more than both of them. So yeah, this is probably the weakest.
Yeah, this
I guess
is,
for
in my
me,
opinion,
Sonic Colors was the one that got the most.
In my opinion, this is Tomoyo Otani's weakest Sonic soundtrack yet. Yes, I know that's.
But it's not bad. Like, there's nothing wrong
I
with
think
it.
part of the problem was having him literally be just about the only person doing the soundtrack, though.
I would like to
think this was
mention-
like his first time doing it completely solo.
Yeah. I would like to
I mean,
mention
not
that
saying
those.
that that's necessarily a bad thing, but it can lead to some sort of creator fatigue.
By the way, ladies and
By the way,
gentlemen.
the Pokemon I was referring to is called is it Bunnelby?
Oh yes,
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
Yes,
Really?
it
Intervals and
kind of
Okay.
resembles that.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, ignoring the fact that this is a really slow and much more resemble of a Mario game than an actual Sonic platforming level, those giant caterpillars that are spread right around the game,
Those are worms, actually.
fine, worms.
Sandworms, straight out of Beetlejuice.
Guess what, guys? Those worms, guess what,
In
guys?
fact, they actually do look like the sandworms from Beetlejuice when you think about it.
Guess what,
They even got
guys?
the weird teeth and everything.
Guess what, guys? Those worms are an instant kill. I'm not even kidding. If those worms get you, it's an instant kill, which brings me back to another problem I had with this game. This game is full of instant death bullshit.
But even the spiky things from the Mario games weren't an instant kill.
Oh, the
Yeah.
bomb carts in Lava Land.
No,
3.
we'll get to that when we get to that. For now, let's just... Trust me, I have a lot to
At
say
least in
about
the
that.
3DS version, you can actually kill those worms.
It's a shame that I only own the 3DS version, because this is by far the much better version.
It is.
Agreed.
It is a much better version. There, to be fair,
If you're
there-
going to play Lost World, do not bother with the 3DS version. Just
Yeah.
don't.
Don't worry.
And God help you if you try to marathon all of its special stages in Lost World.
To
for
give
the
you an
3DS.
idea of how bad it is, this game is more stable than 06. I've actually completed 06. I put this game down when I got to the desert world, and I've never touched it again.
Yeah, it took a lot of my willpower not to put it down after the Desert World in 3DS, and took even more when I got to Frozen Factory Act 3. Screw that flying snowball head or whatever that thing Xena
Oh,
uses in
no,
the 3DS
forget
version.
that, forget that. Screw the 3DS special stages.
Oh, the 3DS special stages.
Those things.
Who in their right mind thought it was brilliant to use gyroscope for the entire special stage to the point
Remember
where you
when I
have
told
to
you the first time I actually unlocked one of those special stages? I was on a train in first class, no doubt.
Oh, how did Did you actually try to do it?
I didn't.
Oh.
If,
Imagine playing.
if anybody in the comments and even dares to tell me that they've managed to do all 7 special stages without ever getting dizzy, you're lying. I'm not gonna believe you.
You are such a liar.
I'm not.
Okay, better yet, if anyone in the comics actually tries to tell me that it's completely possible to do this in public without making a fool of yourself,
You
show me
are
a video
also
of you
lying.
actually doing it.
Unless you're used to
If
making
it-
a fool of yourself.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the Wii U version.
I mean, seriously. Yes. Sorry about that little rant there, folks, but the 3DS version is painful, to say the least.
Indeed, this version
Yes,
is.
definitely get this version.
Although, to be fair, I do think that the 3DS version does some things better than this version, like the parkour. I actually like the parkour in the 3DS version better. Like, for
It
example,
actually does this game should have done with the bosses and actually gives them a health bar and actually makes them legitimately challenging for the most part.
like Shiroi, you know how in the 3DS version you can spin dash into a wall and you'll parkour into the wall, up the wall, depending on how fast you were going during the spin dash.
Let me guess, you can't do that here?
You can't do that here, and trust me, it would have helped a lot.
I will say well, actually it's funny, I mentioned in the first part that apparently my version has a glitch which actually allows me to do that.
Even though that makes no sense, because my version definitely can't do that.
Well, that's why I said it's probably definitely a glitch, because I've never seen anyone else able to do that. Oh, I like how they give you a boost pad that springs you right up near the worm's mouth there.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's like it's daring you to jump right into his mouth for some reason.
Okay.
Anyway, what else was I going to say? Oh, yes, that's right. I'm surprised that actually how the 3DS version did the bosses much better, except for Zor's boss, which has the same problems as the special stages.
Oh my god, don't even bring that up.
Actually, apparently Xena's was pretty bad too.
Oh, Xena's boss is
Really?
terrible.
No, Xena's horrible.
Really? This was
Ugh.
in the 3DS version?
I also didn't like
Oh, I get it. With the thing blowing you back, that never really was as much a problem for me. No, the only one I really had a problem.
Wait, ladies and gentlemen, good news. We're about to play. Actually, first cutscene.
Speed's done right.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
I love this part.
Okay, apologies to any people that are overweight. Ugh, God.
Hey, if anything, I guess we're having Eggman of all people call someone fat.
Ladies and gentlemen, the most unfunny joke ever in a Sonic game, possibly. Get it?
I never really,
Get it? He's fat, therefore he loves
I'm gonna be
eating.
honest,
Get it? Huh?
I'm gonna
It's
be honest, I
funny.
never really.
It's
Pedro, I'm
funny,
gonna be
Jova.
honest.
Laugh. It's funny.
I,
Laugh.
you know, here's one of my things. I never really saw this as a joke, just a plot point, really.
Oh, come on, Jova. Don't even dare.
Plot point?
They clearly they clearly play the sandwich thing for laughs, especially in the next,
Really, they do?
especially in the.
I don't know. I guess that never really read off as a joke to me.
Okay.
I mean, it's like with Xena when she's doing her nails and she's complaining to Sonic about, the fact that it's his fault.
Okay, now that
they were
obviously
doing
was a
it.
joke done bad, that with Xena. But with Zoma, meh. Like I said, he actually surprises me with how he's actually somewhat smarter than I was expecting him to be, especially when we get to, like, the cutscene of his second boss fight. That one scene.
Yeah, there is one joke that's coming up from him that was in a video Pedro showed me that is actually, it's okay. It's better than most.
Yeah. I guess I'll say that I was expecting them to do much worse than they actually did with Zomom. And I actually think that he actually surprised me with how he was something of a better character than I thought. He actually has some amount of debt. I mean, granted, yes, he
What?
likes to eat a lot, but he also has this thing about where he apparently is a bit self-loathing as well.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, but okay. Ladies and
Well,
gentlemen,
that's-
I introduce you to the only level in this entire game. Well, actually, no, one of the few levels in this entire game where it actually feels like a fucking Sonic game. Namely,
Actually, to be fair, this occasion shows up. It's like, well, but this is the only level that's completely geared towards this gameplay, because this gameplay actually shows up during several times in the 3D sections when you go through a certain sort of booster
Basically
where
what-
Sonic will automatically run at a higher speed.
basically what
unless-
this is a max speed zone done well. That's basically what this is.
Oh, hey, Ganondorf. Seriously, that's what the face looks like.
You see, here's why.
Why do they even have these things anyway?
Here's why I hate Zomom. His dialogue is as complex as my glasses. Like
Agreed.
all he
Agreed.
says is food stuff. Oh, you're barely a snack. Oh, gotta go. It's dinner time. You know,
I will admit the dialogue with him is a bit hokey at times.
Because that's
Granted,
what fat people do, right? Fat people do nothing but talk about how hungry they are, right? It's funny. Ha ha ha! He's fat and he's funny. Ah. It's funny, Shiroi. Laugh. It's funny. Why, you're not laughing? Well.
Ha!
Oh God,
You're giving me something else to laugh at. That's a lot more funny.
What do you think, Apollo?
I like the writing for this game is god awful. Go
About
ahead.
this boss fight, I don't
You're
like
right.
this boss fight.
Half,
About
half.
anything that we've seen in this video, anything.
Someone's
Get-
not
see?
the
Tell you what,
worst.
Tell you what, Zomom, you can get dessert.
You just
Funny
missed the
line.
guys,
you just missed the best
Yeah?
joke in the game. Does this mean no dessert?
Page. Oh, let me
Oh my
guess. You're
God,
coming
so
from this with
funny.
the Roger thing, aren't you?
yeah, Apollo, you were saying?
Someone isn't the worst stereotype that the
Hey,
W6 had.
Eggman, what's the scanner say about his power level?
It's over 500. Yeah, I don't care. Like they didn't build this up at all. It's just.
Oh, it's okay.
Uh,
Say something.
Am I the only one who's kind of
That was terrible.
who
It's
kind?
bad.
Am I the only one who's feeling unclean from seeing this?
No, I agree with you on that one. It's and the voice doesn't help. It
Thank you. I don't care how you felt from that. It's no. Speak for yourself. I am the generic evil boss. Therefore, I have to destroy something. So here I go. Okay, let's.
Oh, this level makes no sense.
Well,
Just gonna say that.
yeah, this is another thing that I kind of find really weird about this game. In between worlds, they decide to include these levels that make no sense being here. Okay, granted, I like the pun joke that they made for the title, Desert Ruins, but aside from that, why isn't this in the hidden world? Why is this here?
because colors called back.
How is this a color? Oh, right,
But that's
right.
what the hidden world is for. Like,
Yeah.
ugh.
No, the hidden world is full of rejected Sonic CD levels.
By the way, Jova, you were mentioning how you like the kick in this game. Later on, when we get to Silent Forest, I'm going to bring up why I don't like the kick. But right now, it doesn't make a lot of sense for me to bring that up, so I'll save it up for later. But back.
So you brought back the kick point just to tell me that you're
Oreos?
going to bring it back later.
Yes, because I'm stupid like that. Well, it's not like anything interesting is going on screen anyway. It's just candy. Oh, and Sonic 2 callback too, because these are the cannons from Oil Ocean Zone.
A much better level.
That too, yeah, and a much better game too. But that's beside the point. Yes, scripted sequence. That's another big problem I have with this game. Most of this level is scripted. Ugh.
But most modern Sonic games are scripted.
True.
This is nothing new.
True, but let's look at Generations first. And Generations I was actually quite surprised by how such a lack of scripting Generations had. But yeah. Okay, the secret to these what are those things? Those things that come out of the cannons? Which particular type of food are they?
I no idea.
Jawbreakers, right?
I don't think so. They look more like chocolate.
Jova, help me out here.
Where are we? Ooh, pancakes.
Okay, apparently Jova left the building.
Oh dear.
Oh, dang you, mute button.
Jova, help me out here. What are these balls?
They look like Ferrero Rocher.
I recall that Aaron Weber, when he was showing this game off, called them chocolate truffles.
Okay. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, the secret to those chocolate truffles is to hold down the jump button, because if you do, you'll stay in your ball form and you'll bounce off all of them. That's the secret to it.
I see.
And that's the end of that food level. God, I just don't really like that level.
All right.
For several reasons.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for the game's mental breakdown. We'll get back to the actual desert world that we were supposed to be in.
But the pun was funny, right?
Yeah, the pun was funny, but it wasted a whole level. I love this scene.
Here it is. You cannot tell me this isn't meant to be the sandwich isn't meant to be a joke in this scene, Joe. I'm not going to believe you.
When did I ever say the sandwich itself wasn't a joke? In fact, I said this is one of the jokes I actually like, and this actually got me. Zoman's actually smarter. He actually legitimately called Sonic out on a grammar trouble.
Yeah, they stole that joke from Disney's Hercules. No.
They did?
I wouldn't say that they. stole
Pedro,
it
you're really
because-
gonna. Hercules has been out for years, though. I mean, I wouldn't really call that stealing.
I wouldn't say that it was stolen because that is a very common joke.
Yeah.
In video games, movies, it is one of the most common jokes that you can make.
I was actually surprised at how they managed to actually pull it off.
I just say Sonic is more late to the party rather than trying to steal the joke.
I have no idea what you. I thought that joke didn't work at all. It's cliche, and I don't see exactly what makes it different from other versions of the joke. But that's just me.
I thought that it actually worked, though. And to think of all Zeddy to actually get to humble Sonic publicly like that, it was Zoma who actually gets the drop on him with a sandwich.
Hey guys, guess what?
I don't know. That scene always. That's one of the scenes I actually like of this game.
Guess what, guys? Auto-scrolling in a Sonic game because Mario did it. Therefore, we must do it here too.
Actually, they did it in Sonic 3.
Yes, they've done this in Sonic 3.
No. Allow me to explain to you why you're wrong there.
But they did.
In Sonic 3, it wasn't the level itself that was auto-scrolling. It was a wall that was chasing you. That's different. Here...
No, Pedro.
No, I'm talking about the Robotnik boss fight.
Exactly.
Wait a minute, which boss is that again?
Just before the one where you have the fire shield, for some reason.
Oh wait. You're talking about the first boss of Mushroom Hill, is that it?
No. Just before Hidden Palace Zone.
Are you talking about Lava Reef Zone?
Yes, that's it.
No. The lava
There's
reef.
an auto-scrolling section there.
The lava reef boss didn't have. Oh, what? Oh, wait. I know what you're talking about now. Okay, fine.
I know what you're talking about.
True. But the way they execute.
It's technically not the boss though.
True. But the way they execute it in this game is exactly like Mario.
Oh, come on, Pedro. If you're going to go into how they executed it differently, then that can also be brought up for a lot of your other Mario comparisons.
Yeah, what he.
Because they also.
Yeah, what he said. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for. Here's another thing: the drill power-up. I'll take advantage of the fact right now to talk about the wisps in this game. The wisps in this game are unnecessary, and I don't really like the wisps in this game.
I hate the wisps.
They're not used well at all in this game. They were kind of okay in colors, but in here they're just like they're basically small interruptions for the actual gameplay, and that was my bad. I'm sorry. that was my bad. I'm sorry.
No, the scream I'm laughing
Oh, look at
at.
that Jova drop, which means we're now relying on my recording being fine. Great.
I stand by what I said in part 1, and I think they've just brought the wisps back purely for marketing.
Okay, so Apollo, what do you think of this level?
I don't like auto-scrolling levels. I never did like them. This was actually a pain to get the red rings in because it was annoying, and the precision platforming,
Yeah.
especially on this section right here, when the game doesn't have precise control.
Yeah,
at all.
actually, you're just giving me a good idea. That's such that might as well bring up the imprecise controls. The controls in this game are so freaking imprecise. Like when you want to do precision platforming in this game, like the big problem is Sonic's momentum. It's very inconsistent. There are various times in this game where I swear to you, I feel like Sonic should only go forward a bit, but he goes forward a lot higher, a lot more than I expect him to.
The gameplay isn't designed for precision platforming, but I still didn't have as much of a problem.
As I was saying, yes, this is the second elemental tornado to have chased Sonic.
Okay.
Joe, but we're kind of past that.
Yes, I noticed. What happened with the call there?
You dropped.
Oh well, at least it's not as bad as what happened with Curious Village Part 10.
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing drill again, even though the Wisps have no reason whatsoever to be here.
But yeah, I guess one thing I was trying to say when I dropped is that I'm almost surprised they didn't make that tornado's carrying this joke.
That would require wit, which is something that Pontac and Graf don't have. So, sorry.
So you're saying that the development team has more wit than them, considering what they did with the tornado in Classic?
Yep.
There's nothing you can really say about these boss fights. They're
There's one thing
basically on the level of boss fights you'd see in iPhone games. It's just,
come on, you couldn't really think of much more to do with them. It's like, and it's a shame because the Deadly Six are some of my favorite Sonic characters.
Oh my god!
They're boss fights in the WiiU.
Seriously?
Yes.
Ugh.
I don't know. There's just something about them that I really like.
one of your favorites.
I'm not okay. Let me rephrase that. Not really. Okay, not really individually, because as you all know, I'm mad about Zik, and I really don't like what they did with Xena. But I'd say as a whole, I really like how they work together as a team, and well, I don't know, especially with how Zaz, Zavik, and Zor work, and Zomom to something of an extent.
Zavik is just a
I
generic
think
evil
this
guy
is
that is
fun
evil
stuff,
because
but
evil.
Plenty of other playthroughs have done that.
They actually give him motivation because they're getting revenge on Eggman. Speaking of which, hello cutscene that everyone was raving about when first shown.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is another great time for me to brought up another plot hole of this game. Okay, Eggman, please explain to me, what is the conch? Where did you get it? And how the hell does it work? Like,
so it's not so much a plot hole as it is just an unexplained thing.
That's what a plot hole is. But fine.
And not necessarily. A plot hole is something that absolutely needs to be explained but isn't explained. A lot of these things pretty much are brought up, but for the actual setting, they don't really require that much explanation. It would just make it a lot better if they were fully explained. Speaking of which, probably a good time to mention.
That's the big problem with this plot. It's not fleshed out at all. Zero. It's so bare bones.
I guess you could say that, like, well, it does a better job, but it sort of does something of a minimum. It pretty much does the basic minimum of what it needs to do.
Hell, I still think Generation's story was more fleshed out than this. I know that's a really controversial thing to say.
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I can't agree with that.
At the very least, in Generations, we actually had classic Sonic and modern Sonic interact. It wasn't much, but...
If by interact, you mean just spew exposition and crack the occasional joke.
No, that was Tails. I mean, like, for example, I love the scene where turns out classic Sonic learned the boost, or homing attack, if you prefer, from his modern self. I like that detail. And I like that cutscene better than any cutscene in Lost World, I'm sorry.
I guess I can give you that cutscene.
And I also...
But we'll be able to...
And I also liked...
that's
well, actually...
That's enough.
We're already after time, so see you next part.
Yeah.